Hey guys, it is Sophia, the Shadow Hunter, and today I'm going to review another Iron Maiden song for you guys. That is Starblind off their album, Final Frontier. I love this song. I fell in love with this song probably about, I want to say almost 2 weeks ago. If you haven't, I encourage you guys to go listen to it, come back and leave your comments down below. So here it is, Starblind off of Iron Maiden's album, Final Frontier, which is one of my favorite albums. Please let me know in the comments down below what is your favorite album and songs on all the albums so I can review them for them. So this is a really beautiful long song. I've also been meddling with it in my head, trying to figure out what it is about. So for all you guys Maiden fans and thinkers out there, you guys can leave your comments down below and we can figure out the song together. So here it is, Starblind by Iron Maiden. Take my eyes to the things I've seen in this world coming to an end. My reflection fades, I'm weary of these earthly bones and skin. You may pass through me and leave no trace. I have no mortal face. Solar winds are whispering, you may hear me call. We can shed our skins and swim in the darkness void beyond. We will dance among the world, the orbit stars that aren't our sun. All the oxygen that's trapped us in a carbon spider's web. Solar winds are whispering, you may hear the sirens of the dead. Let the elders to their parley, meant to satisfy our lust, leaving damsels still hanging over their promised trust. Walk away from freedom's offer by the jailers in their cage. Step into the light, star tripping over mortals in their rage. Starblind with sun, the stars are one. We are the light that brings the end of night. Starblind with sun, the stars are one. We are with the goddess of the sun tonight. The preacher loses faith with Christ. Religion's cruel device is gone. Empty flesh and hollow bones make pacts of love but die alone. The crucible of pain will forge the blanks of sin, begin again. You are free to choose a life to live or one that's left to lose. Virgins in the teeth of God are meat and drink to feed the damned. You may pass through me and I will feel the light that you live less. Step into my light, start tripping, we will rage against the night. Walk away from the comfort offered by your citizens of death. Starblind with sun, the stars are one. We are the light that brings the end of night. Starblind with sun, the stars are one. We are with the goddess of the sun tonight. Take my eyes for what I've seen, I will give my sight to you. You are free to choose whatever life to live or life to lose. Whatever God you know, He knows you better than you believe. In your once and future grave, you'll fall endlessly deceived. Look into our face reflected in the moonlight of our eyes. Remember, you can choose to look but not to see and waste your hours. You believe you have the time, but I tell you your time is short. I see your past and future all the same, it cannot be bought. Starblind with sun, the stars are one. We are the light that brings the end of night. Starblind with sun, the stars are one. We are with the goddess of the sun tonight. Take my eyes for what I've seen, I will give my sight to you. You are free to choose whatever life to live or life to lose. Whatever God knows, He knows you better than you believe. In your once and future grave, you'll fall endlessly deceived. The preacher loses faith with Christ. Religion's cruel device is gone. Empty flesh and hollow bones make pacts of love, but die alone. The crucible of pain will forge the blanks of sin, begin again. You are free to choose a life to live or one that's left to lose. So, a lot of people thought this song had to do about, sun gods. And it's obviously also talking about, religion and church and God. And saying that there's someone omnipotent, a God or an angel looking out over you and over the world. And they know you better than you believe, and you don't want to think that there's someone out there who actually really knows you completely for who you are, even though you try so hard to hide yourself from people and from the world. There's someone who really knows what's going to happen to you. And that can probably be hard for people to kind of realize that, we want to be in control of our lives, and we try to be until we fall flat in our face. And we're like, I don't know what's going to happen to me, I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going to keep on going. And sometimes people who do find solace in religion and faith in religion or God, it is good to know that even though we don't know what's going on in our lives, that God knows what's going on in our lives. So let me go over the first line. Take my eyes to the things I've seen in this world coming to an end. So this person has seen enough. He doesn't want to see it anymore. So he says, take my eyes away from me and take away the things that I've seen. And this world coming to an end, so the world's about to end. Obviously that goes back to the album because it's called The Final Frontier. My reflection fades, I'm weary, so he's losing sight. He's tired of the earthly bones and skin. And so he's tired of, his body getting old and decaying and wearying. You may pass through me and leave no trace. I have no mortal face. So he says he doesn't have a mortal face. He's lost his face. Solar winds are whispering, you may hear me call. So he's saying he's calling out for something, for help, for mercy, for love. We can shed our skins and swim in the darkness void beyond. We will dance among the world, the orbit stars that aren't our sun. So it's saying that we are in the darkness beyond void, but we will dance among the world, the orbit stars that aren't our sun. So we're dancing on the sun that's not our orbit. Because we all have things that we think are important to us that we dance around. Maybe it's family, it's school, it's friendship, it's relationship. We all have an orbit that we think is the sun in our life and we dance around it. All the oxygen that's trapped us in a carbon spider's web. I like that line. All the oxygen that trapped us in a carbon spider's web. So it's saying the oxygen has trapped us in, and it's like a carbon spider's web. Solar winds are whispering you. You may hear the sirens of the dead. Let the elders to their parley meant to satisfy our lust, leaving damsels still hanging over their promised trust. So it says let the elders to their party. They're probably talking, about church. Let the elders go to their parleys, and they're meant to satisfy our lust, but it still leaves damsels still hanging over their promised trust. Because we go somewhere to a pastor or a church or a friend because we trust them, but we sometimes go away feeling the same way. Walk away from freedoms offered by the jailers in their cage. Step into the light, stars tripping over the mortals in their rage. So we walk away from the freedoms that we are given, and then by jailers in their cage, by things that are keeping us locked up in these cages. We walk away from them and we step into the light, star tripping over mortals in their rage. So you just try to get from, one place to another, and there's still, mortals and rage and anger all around you. Starblind with sun, the stars are one. We are the light that brings the end of night. Starblind with sun, the stars are one. We are with the goddess of the sun tonight. So the starblind with sun, so the sun is blinding our eyes. The stars are one. We are the light that brings the end of night. So we are the light that brings the end of night. So the things we do, the darkness things we do, and how we live our lives, it brings the end of night. Starblind with sun, the stars are one. We are with the goddess of the night, sun tonight. So it's saying that even when the stars blind us at the end of night, the starblind is one and is with the sun. So here it says, the preacher loses faith with Christ. So the preacher has lost, his faith or his religion with Christ, or he's not following God at the moment because he has lost faith. He has realized that religion is just a cruel device, and the device he thought was good, he realized it's not good anymore. Empty flesh and hollow bones make pacts of love but die alone. So it's saying that people, make pacts but they of love, but they end up dying alone. The crucible of pain will forge the blacks of sin begin again. So it says that pain just causes more sin and pain and suffering, which is true. You are free to choose a life to live, or one that's left to lose. But it says you are free to choose a life to live or the one that's left to lose. So if you choose to lose your life or keep it, it's saying it's yours to decide. Virgins in the teeth of God are meat and drink to feed the damned. You may pass through me and I will feel the life that you live less. Step into my light, stars dripping, we will rage against the night. Walk away from the comfort offered by your citizens of death. So it says walk away from the comfort offered by your citizens of death. So this world is bringing you death. You continue to walk away from the comfort they're trying to offer you. Because you realize that, well, either you don't want it, or because they said they're going to give you comfort and it was not comfort. Starblind with sun, the stars are one. We are the light that brings the end of night. Starblind with sun, the stars are one. We are with the goddess of the sun tonight. Take my eyes for what I've seen, I will give my sight to you. You are free to choose whatever life to live or life to lose. Whatever God you know, He knows you better than you believe. In your once and future grave, you'll fall innocently deceived. So it says that, whatever God you know, He knows you better than you believe. In your once and future grave, you'll fall innocently deceived. So it's saying when you're coming to your final breath, to your final frontier, that you are going to fall. You're going to be really deceived by what you have believed and what you've been taught. Look into your face reflected in the moonlight of your eyes. I like that line. Remember, you can choose to look but not to see and waste your hours. You can look and decide not to see and waste your time if you want to. You believe you have the time, but I tell you your time is short. I see your past and future all the same. It cannot be bought. So you think you have time, but I'm telling you that your time is short. I see your past and future all the same. It cannot be bought. Starblind with sun, and the stars are one. We are the light that brings the end of night. Starblind with sun, the stars are one. We are with the gods of the sun tonight. Take my eyes for what I've seen, I'll give my sight to you. You are free to choose whatever life to live or life to lose. Whatever God you know, He knows you better than you believe. In your once and future grave, you'll fall innocently deceived. The preacher loses faith with Christ, religion's cruel device is gone. Empty flesh and hollow bones make pacts of love, but die alone. The crucible of pain will forge the blanks of sin. Begin again, you are free to choose a life to live or one that's left to lose. So this song is really just talking about someone that's really they really want their life to end because they are so sick and tired of the pain and the suffering, and they know that it's theirs to choose to live, to try to make it better, or to continue to try to live and try to find meaning and reasons in life for things that are happening to try to make the world a better place. But obviously the album's called The Final Frontier, so I think it's very kind of post-apocalyptic or ends the world type of scenario. I hope you guys like this song. I know this video is long. If you haven't, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys next time, everyone. Goodbye.